Does it feel like just another day in crypto? Because if it does, realize it is and it isn't. We're already a good way into this bull run, but you may not be feeling it yet because it's mostly only Bitcoin that has run up. Most of the altcoins are somewhat near their lows, with a few exceptions. XRP and other ISO coins are up from their bear market lows, but a lot of things like blockchain gaming and other things are still down, but we are well into this run. And I'm going to take you through why I think the massive upswing is coming, and it's coming soon. And it feels like just another day in crypto, but the right things are coming together for that explosion to happen. I'm going to show it to you. Let's get started first with one of my favorite things to look at, which is the Bitcoin Liquid Index. So this has history on Bitcoin going back to the beginning. And you can see it way back here in even 2010, where you could have been picking up Bitcoin for 6-7 cents. So blowing off here in 2011 and having the first bull run post the Bitcoin halving in 2013, November 2013, with Bitcoin going all the way up to $1,200 from being way down at $2. And then it swung all the way back to $200 from $1,200. Then took its next run up to 20,000, swung back down to the 32 to 3,800 range. Then it started climbing to 65 and then 69,000, and then came all the way down almost to $14,000. And now we've been on this long climb up. So even if it doesn't feel like the bull run, we're well into the bull run. Now, if it doesn't feel like the bull run, it's because you're not just holding Bitcoin. If you're holding altcoins, they usually don't blow off till right near the end. And right near the end, all the action happens in about a 2-month period, usually. So altcoins will swing up massively during that time, and then they will start a long correction downwards. Well, Bitcoin isn't near this high. Now, this line represents a normal cycle. And it would put Bitcoin somewhere between 150 to even up as high as 180 to 185,000 without becoming a super cycle. Now, I do think the right things are coming together, that this time Bitcoin does have a super cycle. And it may or may not. I would say the chances are about 60 to 70% that it does. The right convergence with countries, sovereign wealth funds, institutions all FOMOing into Bitcoin about the same time, and the right things are setting up for that. You're starting to see states in the United States put together Bitcoin reserves. You're starting to see the US, they held onto the Bitcoin they have. They're talking about buying more Bitcoin. And I think that's going to kick off a massive run on Bitcoin, and people are going to realize how scarce it is. And if that's the case, then Bitcoin will break well over this line, and it will go up to 300, 400, 500,000, maybe even more than that. And if Bitcoin does that, the altcoins are going to break even higher than they normally would in a normal cycle. I think the right things are setting up, that those that are in crypto that have been well preparing over the past 2 years are super well prepared and hopefully well positioned, that you get the massive benefit of this going well together. Now, one of the challenges I found over time that people have in crypto is they want some kind of guarantee it's going to happen. And there's no guarantee. You're just playing probabilities here. You're just playing the odds. Many of us watched years ago that movie with a bunch of Harvard math students, I think, who the college professor teaches how to play 21. And then he takes them to the casino and they make all this money, but realize they made all this money because they learned how to stack the odds in their favor. Now, first of all, if you've been deploying capital into crypto the last 2 years during the bear market, you're already stacking the odds in your favor, because one of the key principles to becoming rich through investment is buy low and sell high. If you've been buying during the bear market, then your general dollar cost average is going to be low versus where prices are going to go if the project that you've been investing in survives. And I've been investing in a lot of different projects, and some have already failed. But because I diversify across a number of them, it's all right if even half of them failed. Because when things go up to the upside, those that survive swing up so massively, it pretty much makes you forget that even half of them may have failed. You haven't seen that part yet. So like I was saying, a lot of times people want some kind of belief. They want to know that it's going to happen. And like I shared before, you are just playing the odds and you're stacking the odds in your favor. But if you're buying during the bear market and preparing so that you can sell during the bull market, you are stacking the odds in your favor. Just like those 20-year-olds were when they were going to the casino learning how to count cards so that the odds were stacked in their favor. And that doesn't mean they won every time. They didn't. But over time, because the odds were stacked in their favor, they won, and they won massively. And that's all we're doing in the crypto space. We're using research to determine which projects have better than normal odds. Really good team, a really good idea that if it catches traction, the price will go massively crazy. And then you're just taking a gamble. Gamble, though, where the odds are stacked in your favor. That's what everyone I know that has made millions and millions of dollars through the crypto space, having started with just thousands or tens of thousands of dollars, that's how they become multimillionaires. And I've seen that's what works. That's what I've been covering on this channel. If you've been following my channel for the last 3 years, you're well set up. This is going to change your finances in ways that's going to be fun to find out. So looking forward to it. It is coming. I mean, Michael Saylor is on TV every day. Crypto is being talked about more and more. You do have the massive institutions. You've got the stablecoin regulation getting passed, and Elizabeth Warren trying to hold it up and shame her Democrat senators into voting against it. And she couldn't get traction because this is going to happen. U.S. regulation is going to become way more crypto friendly, and it's going to actually give regulatory guidelines so that the businesses and can get fully into crypto, and they want to. They're the ones lobbying the politicians to get on board with crypto and pushing the politicians to get on board with crypto because they are going to make this happen. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a wild ride. Just quick video. Love you guys. Going to be awesome. So see you soon.